Hey, that's enough of that. Let's test this out. What's going on, peoples? It's your boy Mike Flex. And I'm gonna have to jump on this Nipsey Hussle situation, conversation. Everybody's saying their 2 cents and putting in their pieces. So I felt this might be appropriate for me to say my piece on my own platform. And those that hear it, feel it, share it, it won't get diluted. Keep in mind, these type of shows that we do, it's between you and I. We're going to talk about family, we talk about finances, we talk about real stuff. We talk about boyfriend, girlfriends, all kinds of stuff. But anyway, I want to get back on the topic. Talk about Nipsey Hussle. Rest in peace. So a great one. All right. We'll get into it. Out the gate, this brother embarrassed us. Nipsey Hussle embarrassed us. And I say that with all sincerity. What I mean is, we, including myself, his seniors, we didn't put in as much work as what this young brother did accomplish. We are so far behind the ball, it's ridiculous. He put us to shame with the amount of work he has put in, not only with his music. His independent grind is what I really like, because, we independent guys. But he took it to another level. And all of his business acclimates, all the things that he's involved in, he really, really showed us, gave us the blueprint of what we should be doing moving forward. So this goes out to all the celebrities out there, man. Same thing goes. What are you doing? You're making all this money. What are you doing with it? You getting all this paper. What are you doing with it? You got LeBron James opening up a school, something for the community. It's dope. That's what we need. And then you got other celebrities doing little various things across the country for, non-profit organizations and donating money and this, that, and the other. And you got some big moguls out there that invested and owns a lot of this and a lot of that. But honestly, what is that? What is that? What are you doing? Let's look at it. Let's look at it right now. I'm going to just start throwing out names, and forgive me because I'm not picking on anybody specifically. I'm picking on everyone, and that's including myself. So we're going to go from the top, people who have access, influence, and cash, and money, and this, that, and the other, and power. You got, Magic Johnson. I don't know all of his business acclimates or what he's a part of, but, he's a part of the Lakers franchise, and he owns Starbucks and Fridays. But really? Really? He owns the movie theater, providing jobs. But really? Really? He got big shots like Jay-Z doing fantastic stuff behind the curtains. But we're talking his business acclimates. He got the 40-40 club. Dope. But really? God knows what else he got. The baseball team. Cool. But really? Think about it. Really? You got Luda. He got a couple restaurants and franchises. Rick Ross franchises and Soulja Boys and video games, consoles, but really, is that what we're doing here with the money? Okay, so let's look at the business model, because at this point, everything you're doing is not worth shit. I gotta be honest, it's not worth shit. Forget what you're doing. Jump on this board, and the young man has created the blueprint. Let's break it down. So you got the Marathon store, the first smart store in America. iPhone, you take the picture of the logo, and it downloads the music. I've heard about this technology many years ago. My friend Diane Lansky, me and him was talking about this, but we never was able to get it off the ground. I'm glad this young brother made it happen. It's perfect. So you got that store, the clothing store, which black people in our community we need. We need our own clothing store. Okay, that's a staple good, right? You know, that's something that we definitely, as part of our culture, you know, boom. That's something that we would frequent, right? Next to it was what? What else did he have going on there? Next to his store, he had a basic needs store. Your tissues, your toilet paper, your t-shirt, socks, deodorant. That's what he had for the people. That's what's needed in the community. But how about we turn it up a notch? Now we can start putting in the stores that sells the basic needs, the products created by us. Toilet paper created by us. Deodorant created by us. All right? What else he had going on there? He had the restaurant, the Creole restaurant. We eat, right? Don't we eat? So why not have our own spot? Right? That's something that we do. We eat. Okay. Then he had the Vector 9 and the Too Big to Fail program, the STEM project. Do I have to explain myself? Isn't that what we need? Exactly what is needed. You're not understanding me. There is no reason to be like, okay, let's figure this out. No. The man has created the blueprint. And I believe in the Plaza that he owned, T-Mobile renting out the joint. Some other tax people renting out the joint. I don't think there's another biggest plan for black people other than that. A, go ahead and acquire the land, the property, hopefully like strip malls, and B, franchise Nipsey Hussle's blueprint. I don't see why this should not be one of these Slauson corners in every neighborhood across America, ran by the people in that community. We have to get away from like, yo, it's all about me and I'm starting something. We got to start, study the white man, study the Asian, study the Arab. If you got something that's going on and working, why would you want to start something over? Why don't you franchise? We need to franchise Nipsey Hussle's idea in every borough. We need to continue pushing that agenda. His agenda is our agenda. Point blank, period. The man has set the blueprint, and if we don't follow it, we're going to be talking the same weak stuff that we've been doing. Everybody's divided. You got the conscious crew, and then the non-conscious crew, and you got the Muslims versus the pharaohs, and then you got, you know what I'm saying, the new rappers versus the old generation rappers. And you got the middle. Come on. What are you doing? Everybody gets money. Everybody gets money, man. Let's get this money. Let's get this money. But what are you doing with your money? Are you creating something that is going to be remembered for generations? Isn't that our job as fathers, as black men, to create? Now, I can't say like everybody should jump on board and try to do this, but what I am saying is I don't see a reason why that Plaza blueprint is not going to be duplicated in other cities across America. So what that takes is these financial guys, these real estate guys that be on the internet talking, all that stuff, these other so-called, and they are activists or raptivists. That's the blueprint. What else would I add to that Plaza? I'll add Killer Mike's Barbershop in there. I'll add the Ludacris's chickens and waffles up in there. In the Plaza, at the end, I would throw in the 40/40 club up in there. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see where I'm going with this? It's franchise. You got to watch that movie, McDonald's. It taught me a lot. It taught me a lot, even though it's a movie. But just in a simple form, the light bulb went off. Like, why don't we have a marathon store out here in San Bernardino where I'm at? And it would be under the umbrella of Nipsey and his peoples. But guess what? We'll have some product in there that will be selling local artists stuff, following the same blueprint, downloading, getting the logo shirts created through them. You know what I'm saying? Recycling our black dollars. Man, am I the only one here that's seeing this? Yo, if you hear the man talk, it is the words from our ancestors this is coming out of this young man's mouth. And we're just catching on after his death. He did not waste the mic time. When the mic was on, everything that young man said was jewels. Everything that came out of his mouth was jewels. He did not waste the time. I've never seen an interview where he was just clowning around, not articulated, not being able to give a good interview. Come on. The bar has been set very high. And I don't think it's too high to attain. All it would take is we got to get the okay from the family, and then we got to get the okay from all the cats that we fucking with him. I'm on the... Sorry for that. Anyway, like I said, we have to get with the peoples, all of his associates, the business partners, and hash out the details of how we can duplicate this plan. And then the cool thing about it is you got the same type of people in every city. You got the people that really love the people, that will come out and teach the people. But the facility, the location has to be created. If we create it, they will come. Like my son was saying, if he created the March for Unity in New York and didn't know if he was going to have enough supporters, but somebody told him if he created it, they would come, and they showed out. So the plan here is to create more of these same blueprints, the Nipsey Hussle Plaza, the shop, the restaurant, Factor 9, Too Big to Fail, the STEM program, this basic needs shop. Man, I don't see why this is not a dope ass plan. So let me know what you think if you hear this. That's what's on my mind. And rest in peace to all the fallen soldiers. Man, so sad. But the marathon continues. Peace.